What's guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reacting to a brand new show. This is 86. I think I'm just meant to say 86, not 86, because it's 86 the number, and then 86 spelled out is the title of the show, but I think you just refer to it as 86 because of the 86ers in the story's lore, I believe. So I'm just going to call it 86 because why repeat it, unless it has some relevant meaning later, so someone will correct me on that anyway, but yeah, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, I'm a British guy who reacts to seasonal-based anime. 6th season of doing this, with a spring 2021 season. Today is Hell Day. This is the third show of 6 that I'm watching today. It was going to be 7, and then it was going to be 8 or 9, but thankfully we've got it down to 6 for today. And this is one of the shows that has a lot of expectation around it. Like, numerically, on AniList, it's not got the highest amount of planned viewers. In fact, Nagatoro had way more. I think Nagatoro has double this somehow. Just because of the nature on which people gravitate towards shows. But I have heard a lot of good things from people about this. So I have some high expectations going in, and knowing what I do about the premise so far, based on my spring preview video, I'm also very excited, along with some other things. So, to show you what I mean, we'll be loading up the Anis page and taking a look at the synopsis, the tags, the studios, and things like that, to get a basic feel for it. This is what I always do on every new show, and it's what I've done ever since I started watching anime back in, like, 2014, 15, somewhere around there. I genuinely cannot remember when I first started watching anime. It's been that long now. But I remember some of the first few shows I watched anyway. So yeah, we're going to be loading out on this page, look at that. If you don't want to see any of this, you can skip to the start of the reaction with the timestamp in the description, or you can go to the timeline bar and you can see where it's segmented into the reaction portion. But let's load this up. So, 86, called Juggernauts. These are the unmanned combat drones developed by the Republic of San Magnolia in answer to the attacks by the autonomous unmanned drones of the neighboring empire of Giad the Legion. But they're only unmanned in name. In reality, they are piloted by the 86ers, those considered to be less than human and treated as mere tools. So I'm getting kind of like District 13 vibes. From like Hunger Games and stuff, like they're the district that's just like, oh, they exist, but not many people really know about it. It's like the hidden part of society almost. Determined to achieve his own mysterious ends, Shin, the captain of Spearhead Squadron, which is comprised of 86ers, continues to fight a hopeless war on a battlefield where only death awaits him. As his battle rages on, Lena, an elite Republic soldier, arrives as his new handler. Loathing the way the Republic uses the 86ers as cannon fodder and despises them for being pigs in human skin, she resolves instead to treat them as human beings. Okay, so we have a soldier who can see them for actually being human rather than just the tools that they kind of are perceived as by higher ups and stuff. So that's interesting. A young man, an 86er, who constantly faces death on the front lines, and a promising young woman of the military elite. Ordinarily, they would never cross paths, but now as a fierce war rages around them, they are looking towards the future. So yes. It's going to be mainly revolving around these two. This is a split-core show, by the way. So we've got the first season here, and then we've got a sequel season coming up. Well, it doesn't say when, but I assume it is split-core, so that would mean we take the summer off, and then we air in October. That's what I'm assuming. It might be a bit longer of a wait for the second core, but I would assume October, because it seems like split-core, and you usually only have a 1-core gap in between in that case. Maybe it'll be a 2, we'll see. There's the picture. But this is A1 Pictures. Do I need to introduce A1 Pictures at this point? I suppose if you're new to the anime industry, I suppose you do. But yeah, like they've done a lot of shows. Kaguya-sama, Sigadrifa, although that was let down by story, not animation. Wotakoi, SAO. As much as people shit on SAO, the Alicization arc looked absolutely beautiful. There's more Kaguya. There's Darling of the Franxx, Wotakoi, Blend S, Interview with Monster Girls. There's Aramanga again. Yeah, they worked on Shelter. They've got so much. Wagnaria. God, I've missed this series. Yeah. Line April. They've done so. Chances are you've watched A1 Pictures anime before in your life. More than likely. I mean, they go back a while, and they have a lot of series. There's Anohana. That's a show I've been meaning to check out, but never got around to. Yeah. They've done a lot. Fairy Tail. I mean, Bakura Chronicles. Yeah, they are very, very experienced, and they have some beautiful looking shows. I think this is going to be another one. Just looking at that poster as well, I have high hopes. I don't actually recognize any of these voice cast initially. I wonder why this character hasn't got a voice yet. potentially mute character, potentially non-vocal character, or they just can't find this VA because it might be their first breakout role or something. Who knows? But yeah, drama, sci-fi, military war, CG. I'm gonna guess it's for the robots more than likely. Interesting. It says female protagonist. I guess she is joint protagonist with the guy. That would make sense, I suppose. Yeah, a lot of like Gundam stuff being recommended. So I'm very excited for this. I hope I like it because in my Discord, it's one of those shows that gets people talking. Like when it comes to show popularity, there's just overall views, which seems to happen for some shows that are really odd at times. And then there's the shows that get a lot of engagement and people are really passionate about. Symphogear is like the epitome of passionate anime series. Like, I don't know if you can find a more passionate anime series fan base than Symphogear, really. Like, I can't think of one off the top of my head that has that same, like, passion. A close second might be Mr. Love Queen's Choice, which was so passionate. Like, I did not expect that level of engagement from that series either. But this feels like it could capture some of that as well. A lot of people seem to be looking forward to this, so I'm hoping I like it, because I don't want to disappoint people. Like, I want to like it. I don't want to hate anyone on any anime, so, you know. I guess we'll see what we end up with, but I'm going to stop talking because I've got a long day still. This is only the halfway point once I finish this, so I kind of need to get on with it. But yeah, as per usual here on the channel, we do timer-based format reactions here on YouTube. If you want to see the full picture-in-picture, therefore the anime and myself on the screen at the same time, you need to go to my Patreon down in the description below. £4 a month gets you access to all picture-in-picture reactions I do on the channel, which is everything from the seasonal lineups, as well as Patreon request shows like Symphogear that I've been talking about before, as well as movie reactions. Movie reactions are also there in full picture-in-picture format. You can get timer ones on YouTube still, of course, but yeah, here on YouTube we have to do the timer-based, so bottom left of the screen you'll see a timer for the episode. I count down 3, 2, 1, play, then on play you start the episode, I start the episode, and we should be in sync. No video or audio from the original material will be on this video, of course, because of copyright. I know some channels get away with it. I've had my experience with that, and it doesn't work out, so that's why we do it the way we do it, and so far, you guys are more than happy to do it, so I'm not going to change my ways. But you can screen flash on my face or the mic to tell me the seasons are transitioning to help you sync up. You can also look at this part of my headset, it's very reflective and should give away those transitions a bit easier as well. Also, we're watching this one on Crunchyroll. I don't know if I said that or not in that spiel, but yes, watching it on Crunchyroll since they licensed it. So, with all that said, let's get into the first episode titled Undertaker. Okay, here we go in 3, 2, 1, play. We on a train? Undertaker, okay. Okay. Lovers and growls, okay. Whew. Okay. This commander? Captain? I don't know what, but... Huh? Did we just turn on our commander there? Is that what was implied there? If so, that's pretty metal. Well, there's our main girl already. About to be reassigned, I guess. Still year 2148, okay. Of course, we still use records. I mean, why not? It's good medium. They've really got that. They've really got that in there. All 85 districts. Yep, 85. Does everyone have the same hair color? Or at least a shade of it? Interesting. Do they all have the same eye color as well? That's creepy. Update on the war. Mm-hmm. Totally. Mm. She seems to already know what's up, though. Glory to the Republic. 5-color flag. Okay. There it is, in fact. Yeah, literally everyone has the same hair color and eye color. Major, okay. Hmm. People in the military are fully aware of what's going on. Hmm. Hmm. Well, I recognize her voice though. Interesting calling them the processor. Brains of the brains of the machine, I suppose. She already has this view. Hmm. Yep. Okay, this is our command center. Adelina Milius. Okay. Here we go. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Okay. Defense line 1 in combat district 1. Okay. Spearhead squadron. Hmm. So prodigy. Hmm. Think she's gonna make enemies no matter what. Hmm. They're... well, they probably have a reputation, right? Undertaker. The Reaper. That's what we did see at the beginning. Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh shit. Oh shit. She sees this as an opportunity. Get the most out of them, right? Hmm. Mm-hmm. Alright. uh, yes. Um. No. Yeah. Jesus. That's more visceral than I expected. Examination? Okay. Hmm. Well, yes. I mean, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm. It's that perception that's... Mm-hmm. Okay. Very experimental technology comes with plenty of risks. Hmm. What are the chances it's the guy that's cut off in that photo? I don't know if they're going to focus on that too much, though. Why are they so confident that Legion's gone in 2 years? Why are they so confident in the 2 year thing? That seems odd. Hmm. Hey, update's complete. To this world, she is weird, but... Ooh. How can you let go of cake? Apparently, that's a rarity in this world. And that changes everything. Hmm. Oh boy. Sure. I don't know if that's the reason he cried. Hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Maybe 20 seconds. So, well, Undertaker. Or is this where they live, essentially? Is this Undertaker himself? Back to May 12th, okay. Very lively. Everyone has different hair colors and eyes, though. Hmm. Oh boy, lovely. We'll see about that. Chicken, horse, and bear in the background. Mm-hmm. Nice cut. All right, May 22nd. Mercy kill. What a messed up world. I love it. Mm-hmm. Here we go. Next episode, Spearhead. Okay. I'm in. I'm in. Like, that episode alone's got me in. Most certainly. Oh, yeah, absolutely has got me in at this point. That was pretty much what I expected, to an extent. I'm very interested in the fact that everyone in that isn't in 86 has exact same hair color, exact same eyes. Well, maybe not exact same shade, but it's always that exact. It's always that exact color though. That interests me. It kind of reminds me. The imagery that immediately springs to mind when you have something like that, of like almost like racial superiority to an extent, kind of reminds me of like the whole Aryan idea. You know, blonde hair, blue eyes. That is the perfect German, right? That it's like that sort of mentality that it kind of undertakes. I don't know if that's the intentional parallel they want to draw, if they want to take that like Aryan idea and like run with it, or they just thought it would be a very nice way to show how they view themselves versus how they view others of that type. How we got to that point, very interesting, because you don't just do that. That doesn't just happen. That has to be meticulously thought out and pursued. You can't just make that happen in a year. Well, I mean, you could if you somehow organize the mass genocide of everyone that wasn't like that, but I don't know how you would necessarily do that and still have a population left to run a country. But, well, I guess districts at this point, right? There are 85 districts, so who knows? Yeah, I think that's kind of the imagery they want to invoke, and it's certainly doing that. I'm curious about the whole, the Legion will be going in 2 years anyway. Why are they so confident in that? It doesn't make sense for them to be so confident in that. Like, it almost feels like, the war will be over by Christmas mentality. It's like, well, that never worked out. So why are you confident about a 2-year conflict this time? I assume the conflict's been going on longer than 2 years already. But why is it, in 2 years everything will be fine? I don't know about that. Maybe I'm misinterpreting it, but again, it feels like, why would you be confident in that? CG usage has been great for the minimal amount of combat we got with the Legion and the Juggernauts. I like the difference in style. The Legion look pristine and like purpose built for this job. The Legion, the Juggernauts look a lot more hobbled together out of spare parts and just whatever we have to make this work. A sign that the Republic really isn't handling this conflict against the Empire as well as it might look. So who provoked the war? Did the Republic provoke the war, or did the Empire provoke the war? Because the Empire looks, well, on the surface, looks far more equipped for this war. Like, it looks like they were very much ready for a war like this if they've got this technology in hand. It feels like the Republic really scraped this one together. And they did mention since the attack on something, District 7 or District 12 or something along those lines, ever since an attack on a district, they mentioned it. Yeah, but it's nice that she has this mentality already baked in her, linked to the father, who apparently has a very similar mentality. I can see this going very, very well. And it's going to be a change in attitude to show her, like, no, I will not give in to this, like, I am not like the others, and him to realize that actually there are people who can still care, and still view them as humans. But I'm so curious in the world and how we got to this point. How do we get this 86th district that is purely for this reason? Where do these people come from? Like, how do we have families to sustain this? Or do we have a very limited amount of people and we just don't care? Is there something more sinister with this? Is it just like, are we manufacturing them as well? Are we going to go so far as to say, well, we couldn't just make autonomous drones, but we can create humans for it, so we just create humans, stick them in it, we'll do that. Like, that would be a very sinister way of doing it. Like, saying we're viewed as pigs and viewed as expendable because, well, we are, because we can just make you. Maybe that's how we got to the point of having everyone be the same anyway, because we're all manufactured in that way. I doubt that one. But I wouldn't be surprised if we did have like a human manufacturing aspect for the 86ers. Like, this world is so fascinating to me. And that's a good sign. Like, if you can hook me into your world in the first episode, that's a good sign. Because I already want to know more about how we got to this point of having this perfect race idealism scenario in the society. I'm curious how 86ers still come to be and how new ones get added. Like, I'm curious to see where that comes into it. I'm curious why the Legion are attacking, if they provoke the attack at all. Why do they seem so confident the Legion will stop in 2 years? Unless that's a subtitling error or I completely misinterpreted it. I'm hooked. And knowing there's more than a single core of this show already has me so excited, because I know that means there's going to be a more faithful adaptation. Whether we're going to get as much as material we have, because this light novel, when did it start? It started in 2017. So it's not like we have a huge wealth of material to go through. We have a decent amount, I think. Enough for at least a split core show right off the bat. Whether we'll have more than that, I don't know. I would love another part even after that. Already I'm hooked in. But, yeah, I'm excited. Very, very excited. It makes my day a bit harder because now I have 3 shows I'm really looking forward to. But still, very much enjoyed that. So thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed that one as per usual. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments what you thought of the series. If you're a fellow anime only like myself who's just getting into this world, let me know what you thought. And if you have read source material, tell me if this has done justice to it. Based on what your expectations were. Don't forget to hit subscribe to see next week's episode, because we're absolutely continuing with this one, as well as the rest of the Spring 2021 lineup you can find on the channel. Thank you for watching. Until next time, see you guys later.